right? So there is no asset class in all of history that's ever performed like this, even with the drawdowns. This is why I keep saying to people, you just want to buy and hold them. And if you can make the right switch amongst the big ones as the next big network gets adoption, you'll make even more compound returns. Right? This is the biggest gift we've ever been given as investors. And it's the biggest macro trade of all time.
Wait a minute, everyone. Welcome to Bitcoinzilla, your platform for daily cryptocurrency analysis and news. Our mission is to keep it simple. Bitcoinzilla offers engaging information that is easy to understand. Our analysts keep their eyes on the latest news to provide valuable insights via email. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Join our community of 10,000 subscribers and experience the new edge with Bitcoinzilla. Subscribe now. In today's video, Raoul Pal dives deep into the future adoption of the Bitcoin network. What is fueling the Bitcoin bull market? Raoul also shared his prediction for Bitcoin in 2024 and what he thinks about the Bitcoin halving. So without wasting any time, let's dive into the video.
When we talk about crypto, I use the charts of Bitcoin here because Bitcoin has the longest price history. It too is stunningly correlated with global liquidity. You see, Bitcoin has an 87.5% correlation, not as high as the NASDAQ, because, as you can see, it's the periods of outperformance that lowers that correlation. When we start to get, full kind of mania, crypto mania cycles that you get in this exponential asset, because it is a much more exponential curve, because it's driven by tech adoption. And we'll come on to that in a second as well. But you can see that liquidity is the driver of Bitcoin plus technology. But when I look at Bitcoin versus global liquidity, it's outperforming the debasement by 105% a year. I mean, that's a staggering difference versus global equities, which are not doing anything at all and are probably negative. That's a huge, huge difference in your future purchasing power, which is why this is such an important asset. And again, I'll come on to more of this in a bit. But we've ascertained that technology stocks are in a secular bull market. They're 97.5% correlated, but they've been rising very well over time. However, when you look at NASDAQ versus Bitcoin, this is a crucial chart. So NASDAQ is the best performing equity market in the world, essentially. But when you look at it versus Bitcoin, since this period of debasement, NASDAQ has underperformed by 99.93%. Just wrap your head around that. And it doesn't stop. It's underperforming by 45% a year. And as you can see, we're going to break to new lows, and this chart will just continue. As Bitcoin and crypto eat the world, it's something I call the supermassive black hole. I look at Bitcoin charts versus every asset, and they're all the same. They're all down 99.9 something percent. And then I look at relative values between Bitcoin and Ethereum, or Bitcoin and Solana, and that's where you get to choose what you think the fastest horse is. And that's why I chose Solana this cycle. But basically, crypto is the supermassive black hole, the asset that appreciates faster than anything else, and on a risk-adjusted basis too.
Bitcoin price began recovering on April 18, regaining the $63,000 level as BTC led a crypto-wide market recovery. BTC price rose rapidly on April 18 from an opening at $60,618, climbing 5.5%, to an intraday high of $64,240. The upside move recovered the April 17 losses and has traders wondering if the retrace is over. Market intelligence firm Sentiment says crypto crowd sentiment has turned bearish following the latest drawdown in Bitcoin price. In an April 18 post on X, the firm shared a chart showing that the crypto community has made consistent bearish comments toward Bitcoin and other large-cap tokens such as Ether and Solana. The crowd has maintained a consistently #bearish sentiment toward top caps, which strengthens the argument for more rising. The chart above reveals that the number of bull market or bull cycle mentions on crypto social media has declined since March 14, when Bitcoin hit a record high of $73,835. At the same time, the number of bear market or bear cycle mentions has steadily increased. Historically, bearish crowd sentiment has been observed at market bottoms. Sentiment analysts wrote, historically, prices move in the opposite direction of mass traders' expectations. The quick drop-off of hashtag FOMO combined with a notable rise in hashtag FUD is a promising combination that hashtag cryptocurrency may see a recovery either right before the hashtag halving or shortly after. Reduced hopes of Fed rate cuts in 2024 and the escalating geopolitical uncertainties have weighed down BTC price, leading to a 10% weekly drop at the time of publication.
So what's driving this? Well, what's driving this is obviously the debasement of currency, but why the other 105% excess returns versus that? Well, it's this chart. This is starting the internet at 5 million IP users and crypto at 5 million wallets, active wallets. So yes, I know that neither of them are perfect measures, but I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for understanding. And what we saw is the internet, which was the fastest adoption of technology the world had ever seen, it grew at 76% a year and then slowed down after year 8 to 43% a year. Crypto has been growing at 137% a year. It's now at 516 million users versus 187 million of the internet at the same stage. And then what we did is assume that crypto just slows down its growth to the same as the internet. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it'll be faster. But it gets by 2025, the end of 2025, we get to 1.1 billion users. So that'll be double the pace that the internet grew. And because this is a network and the tokens are at your participation in the network, they go up a lot. It's as simple as that. It's Metcalfe's law. So when you've got the biggest technological trend of any asset class in all of history, you're going to make a lot of money if that trend continues. This is why it's the biggest macro trend of all time. But it goes on. If we look out further using the internet adoption growth, and we slow down the trend rate of growth of crypto to the same as the internet going forwards, we get to 4 billion users by 2030. That's half the world's population. Now, will this be perfect? It's been pretty perfect so far. I've been showing this chart for 5 years now, but let's assume not. Either way, these numbers are simply staggering. And that's why you get that log chart of Bitcoin over time, because it's the adoption curve is what you're seeing, which is why the sell-offs, even though they sound terrifying, down 75%, are just blips in the overall trend. And over time, it just keeps compounding growth.
Data from Alternative.me, a platform that tracks emotions and sentiments around Bitcoin, reveals that although the crypto fear and greed index has substantially dropped from last week's value of 76 and last month's figure of 79, when the sentiments were in the extreme greed zone, it is still in the greed zone at 57. Several market analysts, including pseudonymous trader Rect Capital, have suggested that the first few months of this year may be the last time investors can pick up Bitcoin at bargain prices before a post-halving rally event. In an April 17 post to their 453,000 ex-followers, Rect Capital said that Bitcoin price action was currently playing out in a similar pattern to previous halving cycles. Rect explained that the recent dip, which has seen BTC tumble more than 14% from its all-time high of $73,600 on March 13, was an expected part of a pre-halving retrace. They predicted that Bitcoin could enter into a reaccumulation phase following the halving event, currently slated for April 20. Once Bitcoin breaks out from the reaccumulation area, break out into the parabolic uptrend. Historically, this phase has lasted just over a year, till 385 days. However, with a potential accelerated cycle occurring right now, this figure may get cut in half in this market cycle, added Rect. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.